But Jana, how can I possibly charge 5K, 10K, 25K, or even more for my offer? Like, I don't even know how to feel that in my body. I don't even know how to possibly make that happen. Well, you're in luck. Today, we're going to be talking about that. I'm going to tell you some of the most common mistakes I see with my clients and out in the industry as it relates to pricing and high ticket offers. And then also the one major thing people are doing that's costing them as it relates to being able to sell their offer more consistently. And most importantly of all, how do you price it? So let's get into it. Thanks for stopping by. My name is Jana Nixa, the Authentic Sales Coach. I help high ticket clients create high ticket offers and effectively sell them through a simple sales process and to enroll more clients. And today we're going to be talking about pricing. Whew, it's a big one for a lot of people. And what I wanted to speak to most of all is how much do you love your offer? Because when you go through a process like what I teach in my high ticket program and creating that offer, at the end of it, you should feel so lit up. It should be so expansive to you, so magical to you that you want to shout it to the rooftops. And if you don't feel that way, pricing it at a high ticket number is going to feel really misaligned. And so, just a few little hacks here that help my clients do this far more effectively is, let me be clear. This is not about taking the offer that you have and just slapping a big price tag on it. This is about strategically, carefully, intentionally thinking about your ideal client's problem and how can I get them the result the fastest. And it's not just about you and what you can do inside your offer. Something that helps people add to their level of conviction and confidence is having other coaches inside the offer that can help facilitate this transformation. Because in high ticket, people are not paying for your time, they are paying for the transformation. Think about it. If I could create a high ticket offer and show you how to sell it in a weekend, would you rather learn it in a weekend or over the course of a year with me? And that's one big missing piece for a lot of coaches is they tie their worth and their value and their effort to the amount of time. And when you tie the price to the amount of time, this is how you create things that aren't scalable. So I want you to start to think in terms of, instead of how do I do it, it's who else needs to be included in this. And let me tell you, when you go to sell something where you've got a team of people that you know are incredible, it makes it so much easier to sell because you just believe in it so much more. You know the value's there and you know you have the right people on board to help you facilitate the transformation that your client wants. And so that's a one big missing piece that I think a lot of people don't think about. They think it has to be tied to time. But if you're somebody that wants a transformation and you're in a lot of pain, wouldn't you want it faster? So think about it this way. High ticket buyers want faster results. Okay. So how can you do that for them? And remember, one of my biggest rules is the person who thinks and obsesses about their ideal client's problem the most wins. So get to thinking through, where are they? Where do they want to go? What is it manifesting like in their lives? And what will it look like on the other side of the transformation? Because one of the biggest missing gaps I see is people not knowing how to communicate that. And when you can communicate that and then deliver on that transformation, you can charge whatever you want because people need what you have to offer and you have thought through it at the level that can get them the results the fastest. Okay. So don't sell yourself short, especially as women. And I know not all my listeners are, but we get really small when it comes to pricing and we shrink into like, what can they afford? And, am I worth this? And at the end of the day, we have to remember all the knowledge that you have, all the wisdom, the experience, the accreditations, whatever it is that is culminated into you creating an entire business around it, you've got to own that because you are far worth anything that you would want to charge. And actually, if I really wanted to get technical on this, you're priceless. This isn't about you. This is about the transformation that you're providing and owning that you have put in the work to facilitate that at the highest level. So then that begs the question, okay, Jana, fine, I will get other experts within my offer. I'll layer in some other pieces to it. Definitely include, other people, retreats, other places that you could facilitate some of these workshops. Like, we don't want it to just be, and we're on Zoom together for the next 3 months, right? Like, there's other pieces you can add in here to make it more irresistible for your buyer. And so once we have that intact, then it becomes, okay, how do I price this? And what you want to do is think about all the work that you've done, all the people that you have involved. Think about the transformation and what is your level of conviction around that? What is it worth to somebody to not have this health problem where they can't even get out of bed in the morning, right? What is it worth to somebody to have a good relationship with their partner again? What is it worth to somebody to finally create that business success that they've been desiring for a long time? And whatever that price point is for you is the right price for now. And what you'll find as you continue to work up your confidence and work up your communication skills and your sales skills, that over time you will see, wow, okay, this is selling out. It's time to raise the price, right? And then, oh, that is now selling out. It's time to go even higher. And so we can start at the level of our conviction, and that conviction will grow as we grow and as our business grows. And so people always want a magic number, but the magic number is, what do you believe it's worth? And also, don't undercut it to the point where you get into resentment, because we've all been there where we gave somebody a good deal and then we were really not happy to deliver on it. And the most important thing, other than putting together an incredible offer, is being able to deliver. And if you're in resentment, and if you're in, oh, here we go again, I have to get on with this client, then they're going to pick up on that, and they're not going to get the best results. And so it's really important that price reflects where you feel it needs to be. And so even though, I talk about 5K, 10K, 25K, I mean, I have clients that have to start a little bit lower than that and work their way up. There's nothing wrong with that. I had to do that too. But we don't want to play into the lat game. It all needs to be around intention. What is your intention of pricing it here? What do you believe that it's worth, and not what do you believe people can afford? Those are two different things. So that is a hugely important piece. And the next piece is really, you got to own it. And you have to own it by really sitting in that CEO mindset, that look what I've done. I've built this entire business. I have created something out of nothing with the skill sets that I have and the genius zone that I have. And when you show up anywhere, you want to show up in that energy, not in doubt and am I good enough? And I don't know, is this going to work? Like, that's not going to get it done. And so really, really leaning into your practice each day, like owning that, like really sitting and being in that next level version of you, right? Calling that in to the moment and feeling her. How does she think or he think? How do they move? How do they take action? What do they believe? And really cultivating that within you, because I can guarantee you, the more you connect with that version of you, the more you will become that version. The more you act as if you already are that version and move accordingly, you will become that version, because the universe has nothing that it can do except reflect that back to you. And so I'd really encourage you to do some form of practicing, activating, and integrating the version of you that already has the success that you want. And when you combine all three of those, you will be able to sit across from somebody and tell them what the price is without flinching, without or wait, no, but here's a price, we have a pricing plan, or like backing yourself into a corner, because you should be proud of what you've accomplished. You should be proud of your ability to transform lives, and people will pay for that. Because I think this goes without saying, people at this point are in a lot of pain. And there's a lot of us that have been called to help heal this planet, to help people transform their relationships, transform their health, transform their mindset, transform their business. And you get to be a part of that. And so thank you so much for listening. And let me know in the comments below, what questions do you have about selling high ticket, about pricing your offers? And definitely like and subscribe. And we'll see you next time. Bye for now.